Combating terrorist groups in Africa, Boko Haram, Al-Shabaab, and others, so far, despite African and international efforts, deadly attacks appear to be increasing and spreading across borders. My colleague Paul Sisco has more, but note that there are some disturbing scenes in this report.
November 28th, more than 100 people are killed when multiple explosions rip through the central mosque in Kano, northeastern Nigeria. On November 25th, at least 38 are killed when two female suicide bombers attack a crowded market in another northeastern city. Before that, 60 more women reportedly kidnapped at the hands of the militant group Boko Haram. Meanwhile, more than 200 Chibok schoolgirls kidnapped last spring are still missing. Deadly violence continues unabated, is becoming a frequent refrain from West Africa, where a 5-year insurgency by Boko Haram has left more than 10,000 people dead. The group's power base is in northeast Nigeria, where the pace and deadliness of attacks have increased most since Nigeria's military chief announced a ceasefire on October 17th that never happened. Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan wants to extend the state of emergency in Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa states that expired on November 20th.
We must not allow our countries to become safe havens for terrorists. We must cooperate maximally in better managing our political boundaries. We should adopt protocols that allow countries to pursue terrorists well into their safe havens in other nations. While we cannot redefine our borders, we must redefine our collective approach to ending transboundary terrorism and insurgencies.
Nearby, Boko Haram is reportedly recruiting young Cameroonians, prompting lawmakers there to boost its defense and security forces. And a newly drafted law, if signed by President Paul Biya, will make terrorism punishable by death. In East Africa, another regular refrain. Somalia's Al-Shabaab insurgents have claimed responsibility for the attack. Somalia-based Al-Shabaab militants affiliated with al-Qaeda carry out frequent terrorist attacks in and around the Somali capital Mogadishu. Just over a week ago, on December 2nd, a United Nations convoy was attacked, killing 3, wounding many more. On November 25th, Al-Shabaab militants killed 36 workers in Kenya's Mandera County. Al-Shabaab insurgents also claimed responsibility for a November 22nd attack when 28 people were killed when their Nairobi bus was ambushed. Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta says terrorism is a very serious matter.
We are in a war against terrorists in and outside our country. With the aid of sympathizers, supporters, and collaborators among our communities, terrorists have retaliated viciously to deter us from our determined, effective, and successful effort to rid the Horn of Africa of terrorism and violent extremism.
Al-Shabaab began attacking Kenyan civilians when Nairobi sent its troops into Somalia in 2011. Since then, Kenyan forces have targeted Al-Shabaab hideouts across Somalia, prompting further attacks from the terrorists. On September 13, 2013, Al-Shabaab fighters killed 68 civilians in a Nairobi shopping mall. Now, there are fresh reports that the militant group is transporting more men and equipment to the southern regions of Somalia bordering Kenya. Paul Sisco, VOA News.